Going. It's your Maize and Blue Review update for Wednesday, January the 24th. And Jim Harbaugh was in California yesterday, visiting a second time with the Chargers about their head coaching vacancy. The two sides are said to be within striking distance of making a deal, as Harbaugh was in the Chargers building yesterday, according to reports. Here's the NFL Network's Ian Rappaport on Good Morning Football today.
This year, I talked to the Falcons, talked to the Chargers. Going back a second time for the Chargers, for a lot of people involved, felt like it would be the end of the entire road. It's just not there yet. He was in the Chargers building yesterday. There was no news as of late last night whether or not a deal got done. Harbaugh also has interest from the Falcons, also, of course, has a huge offer on the table from the University of Michigan to make him the highest paid coach in college football. Just needs to close the deal with the Chargers to end all this. It just has not happened yet.
Yeah. Uncertainty still surrounding whether Harbaugh will coach at Michigan or in the NFL next season. There are still currently 5 openings in the league. The Chargers, Falcons, who Harbaugh also interviewed with, the Commanders, Panthers, and Seahawks. Michigan guard Zach Zinter was a unanimous All-American on the field this year, and now Zinter is also first-team All-American in the classroom. Zinter named first-team academic All-American by College Sports Communicators yesterday. Zinter maintained a GPA this year of 3.53. Here's a Michigan football recruiting update. The Wolverines signed 27 players in the early 2024 signing period. The 24 class is ranked 12th overall by Rivals.com. 10 of those commitments are slated to be early enrollees. One of those players coming in early is center prospect Jake Garnera out of Florida. Here's Garnera on following centers like Olu Oluwatimi and Drake Nugent to Ann Arbor.
Yeah, it's great to see that, coming in as a freshman, you just want to kind of replicate their success, and, you want to continue on the thing that center is the position at Michigan that excels. You want to keep continuing that legacy of offensive line, and how great it is at Michigan.
There he is, Jake Garnera. Michigan with a recent add and subtract for its 2025 football recruiting class. 4-star tight end Eli Owens is the add, and the loss is defensive back prospect Chris Ewald Jr., who decommitted last week from the Maize and Blue. So Michigan with 3 commits for 25 right now. Owens, defensive end Bobby Kantka from Howell, Michigan, and quarterback Carter Smith out of Florida. Smith was named the 2023 Gatorade Player of the Year in the Sunshine State earlier this month. U of M has added a pair of players so far out of the transfer portal. Those are linebacker Jayshon Barnum from Maryland and former Northwestern guard Josh Preeb. The other portal news for Michigan, they did host a couple players, former Northwestern defensive back Rod Hurd and Wake Forest wideout Jamal Banks. Hurd ended up committing to Notre Dame, and Banks selected Nebraska. Michigan with 7 players that have put their names in the portal. They include Matthew Hibner, Amarian Walker, Darius Clemens, Jake Thaw, CJ Stokes, Cameron Calhoun, and linebacker Joey Velasquez. Stokes lands with former Michigan analyst Biff Poggi at Charlotte, and Clemens heads back to play at Oregon State. He's from the Northwest. Walker indicates last week that he is going to Ole Miss. The Michigan basketball team fell by 32 points at Purdue last night, final of 99-67. Michigan was down 14 at the half to the second-ranked team in college basketball, the Purdue Boilermakers. Jalen Llewellyn led Michigan with 16 points. U of M falls to 7-12 on the year and 2-6 in conference play. Michigan plays again Saturday when they host Iowa. Michigan women's basketball, they host Maryland tonight at 7 o'clock at the Chrysler Center. It's the only regular season meeting scheduled between the two teams. Michigan hockey split a pair of games over the weekend to MSU. Michigan hosts Wisconsin this upcoming weekend for a pair of games at the Yost Ice Arena Friday and Saturday, with both games starting at 7 o'clock. That's the latest on Michigan. Stay tuned for Good Afternoon Michigan football at the top of the hour. And for the latest on U of M, go to the MaizeandBlueReview.com or Michigan.Rivals.com, and we'll see you over there on the Den.